EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set. 60 outlaw. 15. Check back 15. Pick me up. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Rock it. Let's go.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And some room to work. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Jackson looking to throw on third, being chased out left. That's complete. It's Damian Willis. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Drops it off to Ajayi. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 5, fourth down now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
On first down, Grant. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
No. Hey, check 24. Hey, Sam off. Bang, 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 bang. Kill. Check your hot read. Check. Crunch. Five.
On second down now, it's Grant. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Jones. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Go! 90 Wolf. 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want... Look, squeeze.
They'll run on first down. Grant. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
This is Ajayi. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. Jay Ajayi, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Switch. Go.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack there to Arden Key.
That's how we do it.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Randy Gregory. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. On the delay, here's Ajayi. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now Jones, and he's got the hook up to Moore. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Look at me. Go back.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle.
Matchbox right.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Hey, me and you all day. Hey, high 7. I'm coming after you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Here we go. Here we go. 6 guard. Check 6 guard. Slam. Hey. Slam.
And that'll set him back 5.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Push him back. Wide. Get wide. Defense.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Here's Jones off the play fake. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf. 3 bucks. Hey, Echo. Now. Mike's 56. On the pin.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he finds McLaurin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34. Throwing Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Ready? 18, Gator. Rip left. Check 9. Protein spill. -50.
Jones on 1st and 10. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On 1st down, it's Williams. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Rush in.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Mike 56. Not here. 25. You draw Corkers. 25. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Squeeze.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones, complete to Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
8, read. You. Yes. Fire.
On 3rd down, Jones. And able to find Dorsett. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Jones heading up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 3. Hey, look 3. Gone. Look at me. Zipper. Big river.
This is Grant. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Check 24, check 24.
They go back to Grant. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Back now in Los Angeles. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st down, Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson dancing to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They go right back to Singletary. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA. Philip Dorsett. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drop.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin Bush in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Flush to his right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin Bush, his 2nd sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run on 1st down. Grant. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Yo, faster!
On 3rd down, Grant. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak. Late in ball.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Able to find Willis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Jackson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Throwing now is Jackson. That's complete to Cobb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Throw caught there by Willis. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Rams, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit,
it's only a